Hi guys, welcome back. Well, I thought I'd have a bit of a break from making things and have a practice with some of the tools that I've recently picked up, and this is one of them. It's an Alfred Herbert Saftap number 3. Up to now I've only used it once, so I thought I'd get to know it a bit better. Now, 8 collets that came with the chuck, and the chart that's on the lid, these are the collet sizes. There's a BS Whitworth, UNC, BSP, UNF and a BSF, and each size of top has its corresponding collet. Now, I've looked, as I said, there's 8 collets on there, and they've all got a number on, but there's far more than 8 numbers on this chart. So this isn't a full selection of collets to suit all these different tops. There is a number stamped on them. There's a collet number which is on this chart, but then there's a larger number which I'm presuming relates to the design of collet. So I need to do some research and just find out just what exactly the type of collets these are, but that's for another day. So I've been looking through the charts, and that collet is a 697. Now I have a 697 in this chart, which is a BSF, and the 697 is for a 7/8 of an inch thread BSF. Now I've got a 7/8 thread BSF there, and when I offer that up to the collet, it just seemed to be the right one. Now there's a square hole that's been machined in the top of the collet that accepts the square section on the thread, and then I'm presuming the locking collet is to centralise it and hold the top in position in the collet holder. So I'm happy that that collet is the correct collet for this this thread. Now let me just move these. Now the tapping head itself, it's a 40 taper, international 40 taper, with a 16mm thread for a drawbar, so that's suitable for my machines. And the way the collet sits in, I don't think this has ever been used. The collets, there's 2 drive cutouts for a drive dog that's in the centre, so that locates and locks onto that, and then the collar goes on the base, and then really tight fit, these collets. Push that in and turn it, then the square section on the top locates in the square hole, and then there's just a nail section on this, so I think just these need to be finger tight. You don't have to be jumping on them. That's got it now. Now I believe these are called a hydraulic chuck. They're not self-reversing like the Tapmatic ones that I've seen. Once the thread starts to bite in the hole, the tap is pulled down, and then once you've got sufficient depth, you stop the machine, put it into reverse, and it automatically withdraws. So that's the way those work. Yeah, well, up to now I've only used this once, and I tried it on a M16 thread. Now, the collets that are in that box don't go down small enough to the shank on that M16 top. This is, as I said, this is a number 3, so presumably they do a number 2 and a number 1 for smaller size tops. And I thought I'd try it with this. So what I did, this was an AR32 collet chuck that I made, and got the right size collet for the M16, and put straight shank on it, and I ground a square section on the end to suit the ordinary tops. And I think this is the smallest collet that was in that box, so the shank that I machined on this suits that collet, and then the square section goes into that square hole. Doesn't go in quite deep enough, it's not the full depth of that square section, so what I intend doing is grinding this square section back down the shank a bit more, maybe another 10 millimeters. But I have used this, and it worked okay. You put that collet in. Yeah, ideally the shank wants to go farther in, but I have tried that and it did the job okay. There's a torque setting on this collar, and with it being designed for larger tops, I had it on the lowest setting, and didn't stall or complain. It did the job okay. So that was one way around getting to use the smaller tops. Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy that that is the correct collet for that top. Get that installed. He says. Oh, I've got the collets mixed up. Yeah, so I'm happy that that is the correct collet for that top. Now, looking at the chart on the lid of that box, the correct drill size for our 7/8 Whitworth top is a 25/32, and I must have about 150 Morse taper drills in a drawer, and I must have spent 20 minutes looking for this size drill, and possibly this is the only one that I've got is the right size. And yeah, you guessed it, was the last one that I looked at. Anyway, that's the right size drill for that tap, so I'm going to mount it in the milling machine. I've got this piece of mild steel. This is a parallel that I made. I've got a couple of these. It's only mild steel. I should say it's about 20 millimeters thick. So I thought I'd put the drill through the centre of it, put a pilot hole through first, then follow through with this drill, and we'll see how the Saftap coats with the correct collet for the correct top.